Hey, this game was hard for me to read, so please be warned. What do you dream of being in the future? I hate when teachers ask me that question. And they ask it every year, too. Well, what do you want to be when you're older? How am I supposed to know that? I'm only How am I still 11? Hello? What about you? You always talk about how you're gonna be a star someday, but you never told me what kind of star you want to be. I never told you. I swore it came up in our past discussion, one way or another. Well, I want to be someone that people look up to. I want to be someone who can bring that sparkle in people's eyes. But most importantly, I want to be someone you look up to. Maybe someday, you'll actually take me seriously. Well, when you say cheesy stuff like that, I'll never take you seriously. Well, it's worth a try. But I wasn't lying about wanting to become a star. You'll see. Someday, I'm gonna be famous. You still haven't told me what you want to be. Well, we'll let that be a surprise. Boring! Really said all that and you won't even tell me. That's the fun of it. If you say so. Maybe I'll sell your autograph someday and become rich. But I'm still not taking you any more seriously, even if you do become famous. That I can promise. Chapter 1. Old news. Damn it! Forgot to turn off my alarm. Exam season finally ended, and after hours of painstaking test taking, I can finally get some rest. I finished my last exam yesterday, and I really wanted to sleep in. I guess my head was still on autopilot yesterday when I set my alarm. I'm just gonna get something to drink. Maybe tea, coffee. I'm already awake anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. You make your way to the bathroom, where the light shined brighter than ever. You brush your teeth and wash your face before heading to the kitchen. Good hygiene is important. Huh. What am I feeling today? Coffee, tea, don't drink anything. We will, frick, let's have some coffee. Coffee should be fine. The bitter taste keeps me awake in the morning. The taste lingers on your tongue as you take a sip. I should probably get more coffee grounds soon. Looks like I'm running out. You have one new notification. Who's texting me at 8 in the morning? Hey, happy birthday. Oh yeah, I forgot that today was my birthday. This is my roommate, Vienna, or ex-roommate anyway. We shared the same dorm room until our junior year of university, where I got my own apartment. She visits a lot even though we don't live together anymore. It's nice, makes the apartment a little livelier. Thank you. Did you forget your own birthday again? I told you to stop working so hard. Anyway, I bought you a cake. It's got your name written on it and everything. You didn't spell my name wrong again, did you? You almost threw away the whole cake last year when I told you. No way! I made sure I spelled your name right this time. I think. Just making sure. How do you spell your name again? It's Lion. You idiot, it's Lion. Hey, I actually spelled it right this time. Anyway, do you have any plans for today? Maybe? I don't really know, to be honest. I kind of just remembered like 2 seconds ago that I don't have anything planned. I was planning on just sleeping in all day. What? You gotta do something fun on your birthday. I would take you out, but I'm currently being dragged around to do errands all day. We can blow out the cake I bought you this weekend. Thanks, and I'll try to figure out something to do today, like blowing my back out. Good. Anyway, I gotta go now, but let me know how your plans go. Will do. What should I do today? I can barely even remember what I did last year or even most years. It's not like I try very hard to remember either. Is it still here somewhere? Rustling noises. I'm pretty sure I left it behind some old papers. Rustling. Yeah, found it! Sniffle, sniffle. Stupid Circus. Stupid dad. Can't even remember his only kid's birthday. Did you get into another fight with your dad again? Well, did you? Why should I tell you again? Why shouldn't you tell me? So did you? So what if I did? You're part of the stupid problem to begin with. His idiotic fanaticism, all he cares about is perfection and his work. If people didn't fuel his delusions, I wouldn't have to deal with him now. Forgetting his only kid's 15th birthday. Well, damn him and damn his circus! Well, there's no one else who'll indulge my dream. You certainly didn't. I could care less if you hate your dad, hate his work, hate me. Don't cry on your birthday. It makes me feel guilty. I can't blame you entirely. It's not like it's your fault he's crazy. He was insane before you joined his troupe. I guess so. Anyway, I got a gift for you. He began to shuffle his hand around his pockets in search for something. A box. Look inside, idiot. He opens the box to find 8 drawstring bags with numbers labeled 15 to 22 on each little bag. Should I open these? Not yet. These are for when you're older. I can't be here to comfort you every time you cry on your birthday, and if you give so, each one has a little something for you for every birthday up to your 22nd. Well, that means I'm opening 15 today. Go ahead. He opens the bag to find a little penguin keychain with the initial G carved on the back. Cute, isn't it? Do you like it? You're so cheesy. Well, you stopped crying, so. Does that mean yes? Sure. Okay. Now, wipe your tears. And let's go get you cake. Don't be an idiot and drop the cake like last year. Please let me forget. It wouldn't hurt to pay them a visit. Can't hold a grudge forever. 1 hour later. One hour later. Whoa. This place really upgraded since the last time I've been here. Did it double in size? Who knew the old theater would be turned into a building like this? Who am I kidding? I can't go back. Haven't been here in over 2 years. But I already bought the ticket. Should I really go in? Let's go inside. Yeah, screw it. I already spent the money. What else is there to lose? My dignity? I'm a grown adult now. Whatever he says can't scare me. I don't even know if I'll get to see him even after the show, so might as well watch anyway. The stage. Is this the performance stage? It's a lot bigger than I remember it to be. Renovations were probably done once I left. The amount of people attending also increased. Guess they've been doing well for themselves. I wonder how he's been since I've been gone. Speaking of, never met the rest of the troupe before. He's always talked about them whenever we hung out, but I didn't care enough to actually meet them. Also, there were 2 people he would always bring up. What were their names again? It doesn't matter anyway. Just hope he's doing okay. Anyway, where's my seat? God damn it! It's already starting. They've changed the seat numbers and rows too. How am I supposed to find it now? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the psilocybin circus. Psilocybin? Now, let me apologize for the hectic crowding within the lobby, but I promise you all, it will be all so worth it. We will be performing 2 more live shows this week, so please tell your friends and family to join us in our act. Before we begin the real performance, we have a message from one of our troupe members. Without further ado, allow me to introduce the one, the only, sent from the heavens above, Angel! Cute! Cute! The woman on the stage takes a bow before turning back to the announcer with an annoyed face. You've got to stop introducing me like that. On the stage was a fair-skinned girl with long stripes and shades of blue dappling her dark black hair. Her expression complemented that of her outfit, with intricate colors and patterns pairing along on an aloof face. She turns her head back to the audience before beginning to speak. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming to the show. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, and as well as the rest of the troops. I sincerely hope that our performance tonight will make you want to come back for more. For you tonight, we have plenty of frightening, dangerous, and shocking acts that we all worked very hard to create. Unfortunately, there's been a minor issue at hand, so the show will be pushed back an hour from now. Please enjoy the confectionaries up front in the lobby, along with the other treats that will be sold until further notice. Thank you for your cooperation. Huh? Sounds like confusion consumed the room. I paid good money to come see the show, and I already waited 3 hours to get a ticket. You're telling me I have to wait another hour? I have somewhere to be. I can't be here for an extra hour. I want my money back. My child and I have been here since 8 this morning. This is ridiculous. Well, that was boring. We've never delayed a show, even if there was only 2 guests. Something doesn't feel right. Let's just ask around for now. Head back to lobby. We need everyone to please move into the food hall or the main stage room. If you continue pushing, we will remove you by force. Oh man, they're not gonna let me move around freely. Safe bet that they won't tell me what's really going on, so gotta find another way around. There are security guards by the left entrance, the main entrance, and practice stage. Most other places should be locked. Good thing I keep my keys. Who knew saving the stage keys in that box for 4 years would actually be useful? Now the real question is, where do I go? Okay, these 3 are filled with security, so storage closet. This way should be clear. I'll just wait here until everyone cleared out and security's on low alert. Also, this background looks very familiar. Why am I doing all this again? Oh yeah, it's my damn birthday. 10 minutes later. Should be clear by now, right? Okay, coast is clear. All security guards went to make sure no one left the food hall or the main stage. So let's just see what I can find around here. I lost some of the old keys I had, but some of the others should still be here. Let's go exploring, I guess. Well, we are not going to the main gate just yet. Practice the... You know what? Let's start from the top and work our way down, but before that, definitely gotta make a save, just in case. There might be a storage room somewhere here. Maybe I could find something there. Dad used to always hide random things in random places, so it's not impossible. The problem is, it's keycard locked. Maybe I can find it somewhere around here. Speaking of which, I think there was some weird writing next to the keypad. The monkeys will dance on their heads until there's only one left. Do I need to note that down? Hang on a moment. There's a number 1 that's noted. Weird. Alright, right hall. From what I remember, this led to a dead end. I would always go this way to hide whenever I didn't want to go to school. I used to always go with... Never mind. No use going this way if it's a dead end anyway. Let's just check anyway. I forget how far this hallway actually goes. Why is there writing on the wall? Ride with them until the accidents fall. Sit on the elephants 2 feet tall. 2? What? Wait. Monkey 1, elephant 2. Okay, wait, hang on. Okay, monkey 1. Okay. Elephant 2. Okay, got it. I'm confused, but I'll remember it in case of anything. Alright. Main gate. I have no reason to go to the main gate right now. Haven't gotten anything done yet. Is there anything in this room, though? I look around and find something on the rug. The rats in the walls are 5 hats tall. What? Wait. I have a feeling like some of these parts kind of matter. The rats in the walls were 5 hats tall. Rats 5. Tall is not a body part. Or hat. Hat's not a body part. Why is hat highlighted? It's weird. Okay, but whatever. If I see a rat actually that big, I'm burning this place to the ground. Alright, stairway. I remember this. When I was a kid, these steps on the stairs were almost always creaking. One time I almost fell through it because of how old it was. I guess they finally fixed it up a bit. There's writing here too. Find the 4 toy trains with 4 stops each. What the hell? Okay, 4 toy trains, 4 stops each. I don't know what this means. Trains? Down the hall? That's also a dead end. Remember more about this place than I thought. I'm not as bad with directions as I remember. Is there writing on the walls? Follow the ace of 3 up a tree before the queen makes you flee. The hell do you mean, ace 3, queen, flee? In case y'all are wondering what I'm doing back here, like, I'm actually making notes at the side, like, in case any of this is important. Is this a reference to that one fairy tale? I wonder what it means. Upstairs. If I remember correctly, there should be a small room somewhere up the stairs. Most of it contain only miscellaneous items, if I recall, but still worth a shot to look. It should be here somewhere. Found it! Is there anything useful in here? Mysterious box. What? Wait. I don't understand. This box has a bunch of letters aligned to the lock with number dial below them. Yahtzee! Yahtzee. I need to keep this in mind. Yahtzee. Got it. The letters laid out say Yahtzee, with the numbers ranging from 0 to 5. Why do I have to solve puzzles to find a key card? Whoever set this up is a real weirdo. What should I put in? Only put in the 6-number sequence for the letters, nothing else. Nope. Is this right? Am I missing something? Let me look around some more. Is there anything useful around here? Notebook. You find a small notebook lying next to a mysterious box. The cover looks so fragile that one tug, too hard, may break the book apart. Is there a password in here? This looks like someone's diary. September 8th, 3 a.m. I can't seem to sleep, and neither can the star staring back at me. It's been a week. Her eyes still stare back at me with the same disdain. What am I doing wrong? I tried everything for her to look back at me again with the same eyes she used to. All she does is hold that wretched child in her arms like her life depends on it. What must I do for her to love me? Is what I'm doing truly so wrong? No. She'll learn to get used to it. I promise it. October 15, 2 a.m. It's one of those nights again. She still refuses to look at me. That child is the only thing her eyes are glued onto. If I get rid of it, then... The next sentence was scribbled out. She'd probably find out it was me. But I won't worry. I'll wait as long as I need. She wanted this to begin with. I'm not to blame. The next pages are all ripped out. I wonder who left this here. It doesn't have a password though. Gotta keep looking. Alright. Reminisce. Guess they had the key for this room. I don't remember this room having so much stuff before. Was it recently added? So much has changed since I've been here. What do I care? I'm just making sure Father doesn't end up dragging some dumbass to his circus. If they were dumb enough to accept any offer he'd make, then they were doomed to begin with. Anyway, let's see what I can find in here. Writing on the wall. Who wrote on the walls? Your entrance through the gate. To find the ringmaster's fate. The hell? What do they think I am? In an escape room? A game? Whatever. I'm assuming the person who wrote this has something to do with the weird box in the floor too. Let's see what else I can find. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm gonna take another look at all the parts of the puzzles that we've seen so far, in case I miss anything. Okay, so I went back, I kind of figured out how the puzzle works, but let's take a look at the practice stage first. There's still a lot of security guards by that area. I gotta find a way to get rid of them. What's written on that pot next to them? Yellow stars will be your hero, but don't get too close, or you'll become zero. So, okay, so yellow here is the only word that's capitalized. That's gonna be a clue to what, how to actually solve this puzzle. So let's get into it real quick. Let's just explore somewhere else for now. All right, I'll explain it in just a moment. So as you're going through each of these rooms, you'll notice like numbers as well as a word that's going to be weirdly capitalized. In this case, the number is 4, and the weirdly capitalized word is T. So this corresponds to the T in the box where I'm gonna be checking out in just a moment. So, mysterious box! Okay, yeah, T. Alright, so if I got this correct, it should be 031452. 031452. Yeah, this is right. It worked. Now, let's see. You open the box and find a small key card lying on the bottom. I'm assuming this is for the storage room downstairs in the left hall. I swear if I don't find anything in there, it'll make me do all this for nothing. Alright, let's go. Now, let's see. Thank God that worked. I don't think my head could take any more of this if it wasn't the right card. Another closet. Disappointed with what you find, you got ready to leave until suddenly you hear sounds coming from somewhere within the room. Rustle, rustle. Who's there? Rustle, rustle? Suddenly, you see a bundle of red and black hair poking out from one of the clothing piles. Angie, you said you'd let me sleep for another 30 minutes. Hello? You know I didn't get any sleep last night from all the practice boss made us do. My arms are still sore, you know. Sorry to break it to you, but I'm not Angie. Huh. I don't think you're supposed to be here. I'm pretty sure I told security to keep everyone out of this area. But if Angie found out I let a stranger back here, she's gonna scold me for sure. Better not say anything and just escort them out. Well, little miss, whatever you are. My name's Amon. Nice to meet you. Now, how did you end up back here? I'm trying to find Gao. Ah, so you're a fan. Sorry to break it to you, but we don't do autographs. No, I'm not. So sad to break it to you, but hope you enjoyed the show. I'm not a... Bye-bye now. I'm not a fan! I'm an old friend of Gao's. Your boss is my father. I'm trying to find him. You know where he is? I remember now. Gao told me about you once. This kid looked like they had it rougher than me. Well, doesn't really matter now. I've never seen you visit before. Why is that? Because my old man's a psycho, that's why. I don't understand why you, Gao, or any other lunatic here would work for him. I'm just here to make sure Gao's okay at the very least. I haven't seen him in over 4 years, I just want to make sure he's still alive. I see. Well, we all have our own reasons, but they're not all pleasant. Well then, I could still help you without a problem. Just one more question. Out of curiosity, did you miss your dad? Like, since I left him? I don't want to do this anymore! My arms hurt! You're going to continue until I say so. Do you think the world will tolerate failure? If so, then quit. End up like that wretched mother of yours. I hate this! I never want to play this instrument again! So you're giving up? Of course you are! Let me remind you. Who was the one who begged me to let them start playing this? I hate this. I hate you! You look to your trembling hands before running away. Stay in there for as long as you'd like. I'm not letting you quit. Remember, only failures stop. You don't want to disappoint the world, do you? You don't want to be a failure, right? You're just terrified of disappointing. Gao. You cover your ears with your back to the wall, with the world around you closing in. Everything starts ringing, and you feel tears rolling down your cheek. I'm not a failure. Also, MC is not my name. My hands don't hurt. I'm not a failure. My hands don't hurt. Nah. Huh. Alright. Let's go then. Maybe this was a bad idea. Maybe if I go home now, I won't have to deal with this. You good? Yeah. Totally. If you say so. You walk with anxiety in each step, anticipating the long, extended reunion and rehearsing what you would say in your head. You brace yourself for the long drag of the reunion. I'm not a kid. I'm not an idiot. I'm not scared. I'm not a child. I'm not an idiot. And I'm not scared. You suddenly halt in your steps, your face pale, and all the words you rehearsed in your head just disappeared. Smile! Smile for the camera. Smile! You want to smile, right? Smile. But... Smile! Is he okay? I don't think Gao is okay. It's still going. What? Stop it! Smile. My ears, though. Your breathing becomes erratic. Every second feels shorter, and every breath feels like your last. Everything around you starts to look blurry. Its words continue to ring in your head as you feel your mind thumping. Are you okay? You said you were fine just 2 seconds ago. Across the room from you stood a man with reddish hair, a tall stature with red and blue star earrings dropping by the sides of his face. Gao? Smash! 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 I told you to move the supplies from your truck into the storage closet on the east wing. If you wish to still perform as an entertainer, then don't mess up such a frivolous task that only requires 2 brain cells that you clearly don't have. Leave before I kick you out myself. If you can't perform such a simple task, then you shouldn't be trusted with a performance either. Now fix it! Yes, sir. I won't disappoint you again, sir. Good. Now, move along before I change my mind to let you go. Yes, sir. Go! Amon, weren't you still napping like 5 minutes ago? Well, a certain someone woke me up from my nap to find, you. How did anyone even get into the room? Didn't you lock it? Honestly, I wish I could tell you. The two went back and forth for a while before you saw him turn to you. Gao? He stared back at you blankly, with neither of you speaking a word. All the words you rehearsed before have already left your body, and now it was just you, him, and the 4 years standing between you. It's been so long. You felt emotions that had been bottled up for the last 4 years slowly come up with every detail you take in of him. It hits you like a wave, and all that stood between you two was a thick silence. It was quiet. His eyes looked like that of guilt. Look, I know we haven't talked in a long while, but I'm not taking visitors today. What? The look of sadness in his eyes was stripped away in a moment. It felt like you were staring into the eyes of a total stranger. I haven't seen you in 4 years, and that's all you have to say? Are you serious right now? I'm sorry. Perhaps we can catch up another time. Are you a robot? Ugh, forget it. If you're gonna act like this, I have no business talking to you. The bottled up emotions you had up to the tip of your throat vanished. Everything you've built and bottled for the last 4 years got sucked back in like nothing. You had a million things you wanted to ask him, to talk to him about. Anything, but you took a deep breath and walked towards Amon. Amon, take me to see my father. Then I'm leaving. Hurry up! He's down the hall to the left. He's recently been experiencing some issues, so the room may be locked, but he should hear you fine. Thanks. I'm sorry. Please, don't hate me. Click, clack, click, clack. Sound of your footsteps echo through the hallways as you clear your mind. Before you know it, you've reached the room. I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. You take a deep breath before starting to speak. Hello? Dad? I haven't seen you in a while. It's been a couple years. Not sure if you ever noticed if I was gone, though. It's my birthday. I just wanted to come and say hi. You're not doing that stuff again, are you? Just don't go too far, yeah? Okay, that's all I really came here to say. Not even a goodbye? Same as always. I don't have a child. Sure. After the few words you exchanged, you left. You left the practice stage and you left the theater. All you wished for now was the comfort of the soft mattress awaiting you back at home. Man, I really just gunned it, huh? You could hear the sound of the active city out of your window. You could feel tears forming in your eyes as you crawled and made your way to the comfort of your bed. You dragged the covers over your exhausted body, with your eyelids never as heavy as it ever was before. I hate my birthday. The tears drooped down your cheeks onto the soft silk pillow casing, with sounds of weeping filling the quiet room. Your tears continued to fall from your eyes, down to your cheeks until there was no more. And your eyes were too sore to cry, and your eyelids too heavy to hold. You fell asleep. Ding! Hey, how was your birthday? Morning. Ring. You shuffle around in your sleep to the sound of your phone ringing next to your ear. God damn it! I'm coming! Just give me 2 more seconds! You picked up the phone with your eyes still groggy and puffy from the night before. Hello? Hey, it's this Lion. Who's asking? This is the city's police department. We have some unfortunate news to address to you regarding your father. My what? Your father. Last night at 11:42 p.m., he was found dead, crushed by one of the lights that fell from overhead of the theater stage. It was a very unfortunate accident, but I'm sorry for your loss. We'll send you the details of it as fast as possible. Thank you. Have a nice day, officer. You then proceed to hang up the phone before staring at the reflection of yourself through the black screen of your phone. Huh. Man, I must be deep in denial. Chapter 2. A drink behind the curtains. I've been here for over half an hour, and they've yet to give me any useful information. At some point, I've stopped listening to them talk, while they try to give me their condolences, which I frankly couldn't care less about. Should I cry? They look more upset than me. I want to go home. I know this is a tough time for you, and we can get you help to cope with the situation if needed. I don't think I've ever seen a policeman this upset over someone else's relative's death. It looks like he's about to cry more than me. He also talks more than my professor does. Never thought I'd see the day where someone could break his record. It's not like his death is going to change anything about my life. Does this mean I have to go back to Silos again? It's not like I got anything out of going yesterday. Something doesn't feel right, though, about this whole situation. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. Screw it. Why not? What do I do about this guy? Would you like us to... This is... a lot for me to handle right now, so could I please get some time alone? Well, Sob. It's just so hard, you know? I understand. I'll leave you get your feelings out. Oh, he's finally gone and it's finally quiet from the cacophony of voices. Yeah, let's get out of this place. 11:52 a.m. My head hurts. Haven't gotten proper sleep for the past 2 nights. What's with people calling me at 8 in the morning? Where was I going again? Oh yeah, I want a drink first. You went to the new open cafe around the block and got yourself something to drink. Now, let's go. As they reached the outside of the building, security was surrounding the entrance with angry people in front of them. Cameras flashed and microphones were being shoved in the security's faces. The many civilians and news reporters had no sympathy for the poor guards that had to deal with the madness, but you knew all too well what it felt like. Get out of my driveway! We want to know, what's your affiliation with the performer Gao? Is the scandal true? The cameras continued to flash from the windows, blinding you. Stop it, just leave me alone! Yikes. The security kept getting pestered more and more. Please calm down. No one is allowed in the building except staff as of the moment. We kindly ask you all to take a step back. Go to hell! We want answers! The hell you talk about, lady? I just want my money back! You want to at least give us our money back for the show you never did? Selfish people only want money. You don't even care about the bigger picture. Like you know my life, you just care for media press. What did you say? Please calm down. The chaos was getting worse and the anger progressively grew. The security guards looked stressed out, not sure what to do about the situation. Excuse me, but what's happening? Sorry, but we're not allowed to let anyone in at the moment. There was an accident with the circus director and we were instructed to not let anyone in. You think you can give me a pass on that? I know what happened. About my father and all. I'm just trying to assess the situation. You were the director's child. Pretty much. I can show you proof if you need it. No need. I believe you, but it's just that we were specifically instructed to not let anyone but staff in. You really can't let me in? There's nothing we can do. That was a bus. Still need to get inside though. What should I do? Keep badgering, bribe security, find another way inside. I mean, I wouldn't mind like bribing him with a little something. I mean, wouldn't be too bad. How about I sweeten the deal? You pull out a wrinkly $5 from your pocket? It was from the time you washed your pants accidentally, still with the money inside. The security looked at you blankly. Are you trying to bribe me with money? Is it working? What do you think? Damn it. And FYI, using a $5 bribe isn't going to persuade anyone. I guess money doesn't solve all problems. That's not what I wanted to do with my bribe. Or I just don't have enough money. What should I do? Find another way inside. They're clearly not going to let me in anytime soon. Let's just find another entrance. There's too many people for them to notice, even if I snoop around a bit. You leave the area and begin to scope out the rest of the building. 10 minutes pass. This is boring. The building doesn't have a single entrance anywhere else. You keep walking and find an alleyway right around the corner, almost hidden from the rest of the street. You continue to look around the area when you manage to see his familiar face. His tall stature, with dark red hair and the tattoos trailing down his neck, but definitely not mistakable traits. He had a cigarette in one hand while the other struggled to get the lighter to work. I'm going to kill that guy who sold me this defective lighter. I'll have my other one with Angie so I'm stuck with this cheap garbage. I wonder if... Amon? His train of thought broke as he called out his name, with a puzzled look on his face. It's you again. It seems that we keep bumping into each other these days and we've only just met. He tucks his cigarette back into the box and hides it into his back pocket. He then looks at you, confused once more, and you stare back. Now that I think about it, you never did give me a name. I didn't. You recall your first meeting with Amon to be quite short, and it never occurred to you that you've yet to properly introduce yourself to him. Your main focus before was to find Gao, so you never noticed. Oh yeah. Well, my name's Lion. Lion, huh? Pretty. But what are you doing here? Oh yeah. Explain what happened at the front entrance of the building to Amon, from the crazy reporters to the money-hungry mob. Oh, yeah, that was Gao's doing. Hearing his name brought back unpleasant memories from the day before. Your face shows a clear sign of annoyance, which Amon very easily picks up on. I'm assuming your reunion didn't go as planned. You were right there, Amon! You were right there! What do you think? I don't really want to talk about it. Oh, don't be too harsh on him. He had a lot going on yesterday. But he couldn't spare me 1 minute when we finally see each other again after 4 years? I'd be surprised if I wasn't mad after that. Well, I wouldn't pry since it's your business. Everyone has their own things going on, and I'm not one to judge. Anyway, I'm technically not allowed back into the building either since too much stuff is happening inside and they don't want anyone to get hurt. But I can answer any questions you might have. Really? Sure. Gather some information about the incident. So what happened last night with, my dad? Oh yeah, I'm not surprised you got the news so soon. That is pretty much everything that you already know. During one of the later night shows, he stepped onto the stage to do his final speech. But before he really said anything, the lights must have snapped and landed right on him. He was declared dead not too long after that. At least he got to perform one last show. And you're not sad about that? Do you want me to be? His statement almost made you sound a little hypocritical since you barely even shed a tear when the news came. Never mind. I'm not one to get emotional over things like that. Any other questions? About my father's issues. You mentioned something about him having problems. Well, I already knew he had mental problems before, but what were you talking about? That? Amon took a moment to think about your question before replying. Not much I can really say about it, besides the fact that he's been getting sicker recently. I'm not sure why that made him more strict than before, but he's been whispering to himself a lot, and he always got this look in his eyes. Not much different than what I already know, but whispers. Strange. Any other questions? About the circus troupe. There's so many people now. What happened in the last 4 years I was gone? Well, we did a lot of renovations for the main building, but we have a lot more going on now than just the main act. By main act, I suppose you mean what I was supposed to see yesterday. Pretty much. Unless you ignore the ads. I'm pretty sure you know we've branched out into other businesses than just doing acrobatics and stunts. We hold shows every once in a while, but we have a club/bar branch and even a facility just for children. You made a club? Don't worry too much about that, but if you're looking for something more circus-themed, then I wouldn't really suggest going since it's pretty much any old club. What about the people in the troupe? Well, there's me, Gao, and Angie. We've worked longer than most of the people here, which is why Gao is always so hard on them. Angie was the girl you probably saw on stage yesterday. The girl with the black hair with small blue streaks and a fair complexion pops into your head. The girl the announcer called Angel. Angie's real name is Angelica, but I think Angie is more fun. You'll meet her again someday. Or never. Who knows? Any other questions? I think that's it for now. I think that's all the questions I have for now. Well, come find me anytime you have any more. Ah, man! Stop! Before Amon could finish his statement, the buzzing from his phone cut him off. Oh, it's his phone! He shuffles his hand around in his pocket before pulling out his phone to answer the call. Hello? What happened now? Excuse me? His face contorts from relaxed to stressed in a matter of seconds. He hangs up the phone and tucks it back into his pockets before turning back to you. Hey, listen, I've gotta go, but I do hope everything works out for you. Find me next time if you got any more questions, okay? Wait, but where am I supposed to? Before you could ask him where you're supposed to find him again, he disappeared around the corner faster than the speed of lightning. What am I supposed to do now? There wasn't much left for you to do, since entering the building wasn't an option and your only ticket to the building just left. You have to take you a second to think. You decide to just let the situation be and go home. No use worrying about it now. I'm pretty hungry too. Maybe I can ask Vienna if she wants to get some food or something. Where should I go? I will get a make food, because I want to be, I don't know, like, home-cooked meal is always nice. Some food does sound nice. I continue to walk back out the alleyway, brainstorming ideas about what to eat. Maybe something spicy or sweet. Thud? Lion's POV. If there was one thing that's always stood out in my life, it would always be my god-awful luck. It's as if I've been doomed to live in a cycle of repetition to atone for the sins I've never committed. If life was to be any crueler, would I still be here? Would I want to? Everything feels hazy. When's the last time I've eaten anything? Why can't I can clearly see the alleyway! My body felt paralyzed. I couldn't make out much. The alleyway is right there! You've not moved at all! 1 second I was planning on getting food, and now my body feels like there's a huge weight on me. Is it in my head? Or is someone sitting on me? Have I just been too exhausted to notice? Shh. If you move too much, you'll hurt yourself. Who's talking to me? Am I going insane? The weight on my body gets stronger and stronger. It's as if someone's holding me down. I didn't expect you to pass out. Maybe I should have lessened the dosage. A man's voice? I felt someone's arms holding me up as my body still felt like lead weighing down. Wait a minute. The sudden realization of a total stranger pinning me down hit me like a truck. Shh. I tried pushing the man off of me, but my arms were too weak. The hell are you? You haven't changed one bit. You're still as cautious as ever. Well, that's just who you are, right? If you didn't, then you wouldn't be you. He kept speaking on and on, but all of the words sounded jumbled. I wonder how long it'll take you to notice. What? What? Notice what? The hell are you talking about? You're so naive. It kills me. You know? Your curiosity will end up being your demise. And at the end of the day, none of it will matter anyway. You keep looking and looking. For what purpose? To satisfy your curiosity? No matter what you do, nothing will change in the end. You know that, right? After all, the man's grip tightens on my arms before leaning his head next to my ear. You'll come crawling right back into my arms, right? Something triggered in me. It's like my body told me I needed to run. Now! Back out kick! I managed to gather enough energy to give one good kick at him in order to escape. This thankfully worked, causing him to stumble backwards, giving me enough time to run. Who knew I still had that much energy in me? Certainly not me, considering I was pretty much high 2 seconds ago. Second person POV. Also, I used this sound effect before. The adrenaline built up in your body finally wore out after 10 minutes of running in the street like a lunatic. He didn't follow me, right? The hell was that all about? Was about to get robbed? But he didn't take anything. What was he talking about? He tried to recollect your hazy memories from the encounter, but everything stayed a blur. Why does this stuff always happen to me? You catch your breath and double-checked he wasn't still following you. I'm just gonna go home before I bump into another creepy person. Not as if I'm, like, begging for that to happen. You walk back to your apartment, making sure you weren't followed after the exhausting day you've had. Oh, I hope another stalker doesn't come after me. Oh, no. Alright. I'm finally home and I left the fridge open! Growl! Your hunger finally catches up to you, with your stomach rumbling as loud as ever. Oh yeah! I forgot about that. My food! Let's just order takeout. I'm too tired to cook. You dig around your pockets to look for your phone. To your surprise, you found a rather small piece of paper stuck deep into the pockets of your jacket. You open the note to find a small picture of a clown. The hell did this come from? Yeah, who cares? I'll leave it for another day. You tucked the paper into one of the kitchen drawers and pulled up a delivery app. What should I get? A few minutes later. The doorbell rang and you picked up your food from the front door. Still warm. You finish your dinner, savoring each bite slowly. It wasn't particularly anything special, but after your long day, it tasted like heaven. I need a nap after all that food. Wait. I can't get distracted by food. I still need to find something to defend myself with. I'm not getting robbed again. But does it count as a robbery if we didn't take anything? I guess that's not really the point. What should I bring with me tomorrow? Taser, knife, pepper spray. I mean, a taser would be funny. Like, I could make him go zap zap. This should be fine for now. Have to make up for the sleep I missed the past 2 days. You slipped out of your outdoor clothes and put on a pair of comfortable pajamas. The softness of the newly washed pajamas made you sleepier than before. You made your way to your bed and tucked yourself in a comfortable position before pulling the covers over your exhausted body. As you flicked the lights off, you slowly closed your eyes. Before long, you fell into a deep sleep, getting the well-deserved rest you've been hoping for. What a long day you've had. Oh, so how did I turn off the sun? What do I do now? Things would have been a lot easier if you weren't so easygoing about everything. How was I supposed to know I wasn't supposed to do that? I'm forced to use drastic measures now to even talk to them. Don't get me tangled in your affairs. Maybe next time, give me a heads up. Didn't think you'd be that off-putting to them, though. If I didn't, then things would have been a lot worse right now. Fair? If you're done talking, then hurry up and help me move this. So mean. Just hurry up. Day 3. Morning. 11:40 a.m. The crack of the sunlight peeks through the curtains as you open your eyes. Sun was shining on your face and the covers of your beds were chucked all over the place. Nonetheless, you were comfortable. That was the first time I've slept like that in ages. What should I do today? I feel like I have the energy to do anything. You ponder for a minute until you recall the events from the day before. Oh yeah. Have to go look for Amon again today. Have to make sure to get his number down next time so I won't have to go on a wild goose chase. First, I'm gonna get some food and brush my teeth. 1 hour later. The fresh piece of croissant tastes warm in your mouth. Lucky for you, it was a fresh batch. You could feel the wind blowing softly past your cheeks with the sound of the bustling city around you. You finish the last bite of your croissant before throwing the wrapper out. I should really go to this place more often. Maybe I'll try one of those pieces of cake next time. I didn't really get to eat any for my birthday, so it'll be a treat for myself. My birthday. Who cares about that now? I just want cake. You begin to walk back to the same building you went to the day before. Oh, come on! Why am I back here again? You reach outside the building again, but this time, there weren't any security here. The only person standing by the entrance is the same red-headed smoker you saw yesterday. Only this time, the cigarette was actually lit. Amon! Buddy old pal! How's it going, pal? I mean, it's been a while since I've seen you, hey? Hey, you wouldn't mind letting me inside this time, right? He looks surprised to see you again. It's you again. I was going to go look for you, but I almost got robbed 2 seconds after you left. Robbed? Some guy was trying to drug me, but I couldn't hear what he was saying anyway, and I kicked him before he could take my stuff. Robbed, huh? Well, at least you're safe. Anyway, what are you doing here again? Last time you didn't give me any way of reaching you, so I had to come back. That was because something came up. But anyway, I still can't let you in the building. Why not exactly? They're doing double checks and renovations to make sure all the props and whatnot are all safe to use. They considered it a public safety hazard if they didn't, so I'm stuck outside. Everything was fine by me. They wouldn't leave until everything was double checked. It's just public inspectors, don't worry about it. Anyways, since we can't go inside, how about you visit a different part of Silos? Isn't the psilocybin the thing we do? You know, with the stunts, etc., etc. I told you last time. We opened a club and other facilities. Orchid Bloom down a couple blocks is owned by Silos Co. too. Oh yeah, I've heard of that before. One of my friends went to that nightclub a lot, but I didn't know it was owned by Silos. I was never a big fan of nightclubs, so never went before. So how about it? Wanna visit the place? Huh. He took a second to think about his offer before replying. Sure, I got no other plans today, so why not? Great. Then, let's go. 8 minutes later, we're here. Ah, sweet. The pretty lights hit you all at once as you slowly look around to admire the decorations set around. Not too many people were in the club, as since it was only daytime, you suspected it would only get busier. This place smells rich. I take it that you like the place? I'm not the biggest fan of clubs, but it is pretty nice. You can take a look around if you want. I pretty much own the place, so it's not really a problem. I can? Sure, but let's get you a drink first. How does that sound? I could go for one. Amon makes his way around the counter before organizing a few cups of drinks. So, what can I get you? Wait, you're the bartender? We have anything, so give me your preferences. If you're not the alcoholic type, I can make you a virgin drink as well. Or just juice, if that's what you like best. Huh, what should I get? I would love sweet cocktail, bitter liquors. Ooh, give me something good. Something stronger then? Uh-huh. I prefer my drinks on the bitter side. But alcohol is typically like sweet or, a little hot. Ooh, bitter alcohol? Alright then, 1 cup of whiskey coming right up. He grabbed the bottle of whiskey off the shelf and picked a glass from one of the cabinets behind the counter. I mean, can you really call whiskey like bitter? I don't think it's bitter at all. I mean, it's got a nice strong taste, a nice kick, if you will. After a few seconds, he began pouring the whiskey into the crystal glass. 1 shot of whiskey, served. You picked up the glass from the counter and brought it to your lips. It's a particular favorite of mine. The bitter taste hits your tongue as you drank the whiskey. Despite the strong flavor, the drink was still enjoyable. Do you like it? Next time, I'll go to you for all my drink water. It's just a whiskey! It's just a whiskey! But dude, chill! I'm glad you like it. He grabbed another glass to pour a drink for himself before cleaning up the counter in front of you. It's been so long since I have gotten to just sit and relax. Also, I don't assume anything about anyone's life, but I think you know better than anyone else how much work the boss makes us do. Or used to make us do anyway. Some days will go on where none of us would even get a wink of sleep until we did our routine, perfect with no fail. I never understood what made him have the need to have everything so perfect all the time. I remember the times when we couldn't get our routines done right, even when it reached midnight. Everything just became so. Never mind. Maybe unpleasant memories should be brought up a different time, yeah? Sometimes I wish life was as easy as living as a caterpillar. You're always destined to turn into something beautiful, or you die too soon to reach it. At least for those caterpillars who don't make it, they don't have to face the harsh reality of their failure. I guess humans fail to share that trait. To tear the skin off, layer by layer, in a beautiful metamorphosis, until all that remains is something pure. Wouldn't life be easy if humans were just like that? I guess not all caterpillars are so lucky. Some wait their entire lives to become the beacon of beauty they were once promised, but what if they became a moth instead? Condemned and hated by those around it, despite finally reaching their lifelong goal. But moths are cute! Isn't it dreadful? I love moths! I guess that's something humans and caterpillars have in common. Right? Anyway, ignore my mindless yapping. You came to look around the place, correct? Oh! His words snapped you back into reality as he was staring into space. Sorry, I didn't mean to space out. He looked at you before cracking a chuckle. It's fine. Like I said, it was just random yapping. But you're free to look around the place now. Just return your glass to the counter anytime, okay? Last time someone took one home, and I spent hours looking for it. But I will warn you, if you find something you don't like, don't pin it on me. Here's the key. He tucks the key into one of your pockets. What's that supposed to mean? Got it. Thanks, Amon. Amon walks away, leaving you alone at the bar. You proceeded to get up from your seat with your drink in one hand, ready to begin your search. Where should I go? There isn't too many people here, so let's just walk around a bit first. You look around the place and you see a few people drinking together at a bar, and others just chatting away. When's the last time I hung out with someone like that? I just don't go to clubs or bars. I wouldn't go here normally anyway. I really should hang out with people more though. 15 minutes later. You continue to walk around, looking at all the different lights and rooms until you find a suspicious door. Is this a storage closet? You jingle the knob a bit and find it locked. You think I have a key? You pick out the key from your pocket and test it on the door. That was easy. I swear, you owe me one, Gao. You close the door and continue to walk down the hall. This place resembled almost nothing like the club you just saw, but rather a smaller storage place. This looks like the same stairway I saw before. The hallway is so long. This is the left hallway! If I have to look through 30 more storage closets, I think I'm going to puke. Also, maybe not the left, maybe the right hallway. It's one of the hallways. Wait, no, it's the upstairs. This is the upstairs. Yeah, this is the upstairs. Who needs that money? Who needs that many storage rooms anyway? When you continue to walk down the hallway, you notice one particular door opened slightly ajar. I guess I could just start here then. This feels like a setup. You thought about it for a moment, but decided there's nothing to lose. I should be fine, right? To your surprise, the room in front of you was not a storage closet, but more so resembled a bedroom of sorts. This place gives me the creeps. Should I be looking around someone's bedroom like this? Although, Amon never gave me a limit of what I can and can't look through, so technically I'm not at fault. But where do I start? I can't just tear through the whole room or else someone's gonna know I was here. Filing cabinet. If I start here, then I'll probably find something useful at the very least. But it is someone's room, so what if I find something? Let's not think about that. You open the cabinet doors and start digging through the files and paperwork inside. There was an assortment of small notes, 2 documents, and even a diary. Should I be looking through someone's personal stuff like this? Wait, I already asked myself this. Well, I came too far to back out now, so might as well. Disclaimer, don't look through people's things without their permission. It will not work out like you wanted to. You dig through the papers to pull out a small notebook. Another one. January 20th, 6 p.m. Today is her birthday. So that look in her eyes still remained blank and cold to me. However, today, she looks especially happy. Happier than usual. She refuses to speak to me still, but... Well, she looked at me for once, so it's progress. Perhaps one day, when she has gotten used to her arrangements, I'll bring her to see a performance. I just have to be patient. Patient. Just patient. This page looks suspicious. Blood? That's not possible. It's all that wretched child's fault. Kept everything hidden from her so she wouldn't be able to escape from my grasp. She's gone. Her blood is still on my hands. She's gone, and it's all the damn child's fault. The rest of the pages were scribbled out in black marker. Whose diary is this? There's still a page left in the back. How dare he sully your name? He won't hurt you any longer. Don't listen to what he says. He'll be gone soon. I promise. The hell? You shut the book and threw it back into the cabinet, shocked by what you read. I don't think I want to know what the hell happened here. How about just looking through some documents? Maybe they'll ease my mind. You dig through the folders before coming across a document resembling a will. A will? It has my father's name on it. You take a deep breath and begin reading the will you pulled out from the folder. I leave the main property and business to Gao, who shall henceforth take my place as ringmaster. The rest of the details were written below that. Next, I leave the club branch of Silos to Amon, and the children's center in charge for Angelica. The rest of the details were written below that as well. And last but not least, for forth my wealth and other assets shall belong to. The sight of the next line leaves you in awe. It left you more confused than shocked. My dearest child, Lion. What in the hell? He wouldn't. He didn't even recognize me as his own child. This can't be real. This isn't right. There's something wrong, but what? Looks like someone snooping where they don't belong. Such a curious cat, aren't we? Oh! Go! How's it going? Oh my god, you look fine today. How are you? I mean, hey, you wouldn't mind if I came a little closer and gave you a little smooch, right? Just a little, mwah. Yeah, exactly. That's what we both wanted. In front of your eyes, to the very man you've been avoiding like the plague. The spark of a reunion with your long-lost friend wasn't as magical as you'd hoped. This time, it dawned on you that you were alone. It was only you and him in the room. Only you two. Can I help you? I haven't seen you in so long, and you can't even say hi to your dear cow. Your body froze, too anxious to move, so all you could do was respond. Shut it. Don't act like I didn't say the same thing to you just 2 days prior. What happened to, I'm not taking visitors today, huh? And now you want to talk about greetings? Don't make me laugh. You spoke, hiding your quivering hands to mask your apprehension. If you would listen, then you would know. I didn't have a choice. I would never do that to you. You know me. That day was just an obstacle, so forgive me for acting so harsh. But don't worry. You'll understand why I am who I am today soon enough. I can't look at him. Every time I look into his eyes, all I can think about are those cameras flashing at me all over again. You felt your hands trembling as you looked away from him. He didn't move, but stayed put by the doorway, making sure his eyes were still on you at all times. What do you want from me? Like you've said, I know you well enough to know that you're not here to just say hello. You never do something for nothing. You pain me. I'd make any exception just for you. But I just wanted to make something up to you, is all. I heard from a little someone that he almost got injured yesterday. Who? I'm on! Damn it, I should have never told him! When did he even get the chance to tell Gao? Don't tell me that's how Gao found me right now. It pains me to see you hurt. You know, I've only ever wanted to keep you safe. You clearly did have my best interest 6 years ago, so why should I believe you now? Don't make me remind you why we stopped talking in the first place. You and I both know it wasn't because I moved out. You know that wasn't. He raised his voice before taking a deep breath again, to keep his composure. That was out of my control. I won't let it happen again. I won't. You felt him inch closer as your body stayed frozen with your back to the cabinet. His hands reached just inches away from your cheek as his form towered over you, leaning his head closer in every second. You'll be safe in my arms again. I promise you. You know, I swear, if I had a nickel for every time I was, stalked by a circus-themed, love interest, I would have 3 nickels? Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened at least 3 times. It's as if your body was sending you to fight or flight response in that instance, causing you to shove him back away from you. You took the chance and bolted for the door. In your oblivious state, you failed to realize that Gao didn't move from his position, but only watched from the corners of the door as he witnessed you running further down the hall. Maybe another time. You'll come back again. I'll make sure of it. The sides of the room can no longer be in view, but Gao also didn't seem to have an interest in following you. Why did I have to run into him of all people? You've got to be kidding me. And I'm on. When did he even get the chance to tell him all that? I'm sick of this. I'm sick of people. I'm going home. It was a mistake coming here. And yet you still gotta do the same thing next day. Startled by your previous encounter, all you want to do was go home and cuddle in your bed while forgetting everything. You continue to walk until you see Amon once again, holding an almost drunk-looking girl in his arms inside a private room. His hand held a glass of wine while his other arm snaked around her body. I'm not even gonna bother to tell him. Much to your dismay, he saw you leaving towards the club entrance and sat the girl back down again, before running out of the room. He looked confused as to why you were leaving so soon, but you could only think about the previous events. You're leaving already? Did you find what you were looking for? You looked back at him, almost fuming with anger. You scoffed at his cluelessness. Don't act so surprised. You told him I was here, didn't you? Huh? What are you on about? Don't play dumb. Not even 10 minutes after I separated from you, Gao just somehow found me like that? I think you're overreacting just a bit there. I can't stop where he goes or what he does. You know that, right? It must have just been a coincidence that he saw you. I don't even know where you went after I left, so how am I supposed to tell him? Besides, your issue with Gao has nothing to do with me. Just because you didn't want to see him doesn't mean I have to avoid him. You looked at him with disdain as he continued to argue back. No offense, but considering the only place I went required a key, don't say it was just a coincidence. He said himself that someone told him I was here. Did you really think I wouldn't confirm this before confronting you about it? You're probably too busy screwing around with that girl over there to care. Excuse me. The air in the room felt colder than before, but you kept pushing at him despite that. That girl looks barely capable of standing, and you're still over there cuddling her like she's sober. You're no different than those creepy stalkers at a bar. You waited for him to respond, but he only looked back at you with a blank face. Only about a minute passed, but it felt like hours. The atmosphere in the room was so thick, you could almost cut it with a knife. So that's how you view me too, huh? So much for me being a nice host. You don't know a thing about my life, for starters. You saw 2 seconds of us together, and you made a whole scenario in your head about it. Oh no, Amon is taking advantage of some poor girl because he was in her vicinity. Amon starts approaching you, backing you up against the wall. Don't you dare compare me to one of those disgusting drunk perverts. They're scars who offer nothing to society. Before you could reply, Amon shoves you against the wall of the club. He loomed over you, staring back in exasperation. All he could do was stay quiet while he continued to talk. His cool-headedness was completely gone, as if it was a whole new person in front of you. His eyes were cold and made you question if you really knew who was in front of you currently. I am nothing like them. Nothing. Leave if you want to. If that's how you want to view me, then so be it. Amon storms off in anger before slamming the door behind him. Damn. Didn't mean to struck a nerve, but I didn't know he would even react like that. You could still feel your heart pounding even after he left. His anger couldn't mask his perturbation as you recall his hands on your shoulder, quivering. The image of his frightened eyes and exasperation couldn't leave your head. While processing what just happened, you felt a slight tap on your shoulder. Behind you was the same woman you saw on stage just 2 days before. From what you remember, Amon referred to her as Angie. Have you seen a tall, suit-wearing red-headed man around here? You talk about Amon? Yeah? He needed me to call a cab for some girl. A cab? I'm not sure I should be telling you anything. Let me know if you see him anywhere. Wait, he just left through the door over there, but what happened with the girl in a cab? Why am I always stuck with the most curious people? People need to learn to mind their own business. Since you told me where he went, I guess telling you doesn't really matter. There's this girl who frequents this club with her boyfriend, but they broke up recently, so she comes alone this time. Turns out, he was the one who broke up with her, which led to her getting wasted at the club while yelling about how he doesn't deserve her or whatnot. Amon saw and told me to call a cab for her, so she doesn't do anything she'll regret, while he kept her company and made sure she doesn't drink until she pukes. God damn it! No wonder he's so mad. Now I feel bad. Hey, you're Angel, right? Don't call me that. I hate that name. The room suddenly got awkward and something told you that you should probably fix it before you make someone else hate you as well. I'm starting to feel like I'm actually misreading the whole situation. Like, I'm starting to wonder if I'm the problem, which might be the case. I think I'm the problem here. Sorry. Do I know you? I'm one of Amon's new friends. My name's... I'd love to officially meet you, but I have stuff to do, so goodbye. Wait! Before you could ask her anything else, she leaves through the same door Amon stormed off from, leaving alone in a club with a few patrons staring at you. Also, yeah, I'm starting to think that I'm the problem here. Like, yeah, like, Gao's a bit of a creep, but I am just awful. The looks began to feel uncomfortable, along with the guilt slowly creeping up your shoulders. I feel terrible for yelling at him. He did rat me out to Gao, but if I just let the situation be, my conscience will eat me alive. Where'd he even go? I'm not like them. I'll never be like them. 10 years ago. The sound of bar patrons laughing and cheering was never a new spectacle. However, out of every night that I've worked here, there was one I've always dread. Corporate meeting days. Amon, what are you just standing around there for? Come pour me a glass. Coming, sir. I call it that stupid drunkard rings in my nightmares. There wasn't a time where he's arrived already sober without harassing me at least once. But I just have to endure it. 2 more weeks. Just 2 more weeks. Well, look who finally decided to show up. Finally decided to entertain me. Freaking drunk bastard. One of these days, this guy's gonna end up dead at the end of an alleyway. And I'm gonna be the one laughing. What would you like to drink, sir? Oh, forget the drink. How about you come and stay with us for a while, yeah? I can make sure you'd never have to work another shift again. How about it? Every time the boss has a meeting with his investors, this particular one seems to love bothering me to no ends meet. This disgusting pervert. What did you say? I asked if you'd like another drink, sir. I'm going to murder him one of these days. Little Miss Attention Whore seems to love me messing with a 16-year-old boy at his old... Ew! Ah! Brother, ah! I've already put up with him for 3 months. He's old enough to be my father. Well, Ahmad, get in here. Need to discuss some issues with you. I could hear him scoffing me, like his fun had just been interrupted. Coming, sir. Just because he got off easy this time doesn't mean it'll be the same the next. Yeah, right. Ahmad, hurry up! Coming! Now that I think about it, I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for the boss. His interest in starting a club got me dragged into working here at the ripe age of 16. What do other kids my age do? Are minors even allowed to work at bars to begin with? If I question the logistics of it, I might get my pay deducted again. Ahmad! His words snapped me out of my thoughts. Yes, sir? We've recently received a new recruit. What poor kid got dragged in this time? Did you need me to show him around the circus? Better for me. I can leave this place earlier than intended. No, I've given Angelica the job. She should be showing up sooner to gather some paperwork, so you get to meet the kid. Angelica. I remember hearing about her before, but she didn't seem to have much interest in anyone. Boss favored her quite a lot, but I wouldn't blame him. Her skills are far beyond any teen I've met. As for you, Amon, you're going to be working here for another month. What? Another month? Is there a problem? Another month? Seriously? Just suck it up. There's nothing I can do anyway. I just have to suck it up. I can't stand being here for an additional month. Excuse me? Damn it. Already said it. Might as well get through with it. Every time there's a meeting with investors, that drunk bastard comes along. He's been harassing me to no ends meet. That guy even grabbed my ass once, did you know that? If I have to see his face for another month, he's going to leave here with more than just a bottle of booze. I'm barely holding it together to not pummel his face into that goddamn table. I swear I can't. Amon! I knew that tone. I could recognize it from a mile away. It was his way of telling me I screwed up. I don't care what he does, but if our investors are displeased, then our budgets get cut. And if our budget gets cut, you don't get paid. And if I have no more use of you, then you get to go back to the slums where you came from. Don't make me remind you that it was I that rescued you from that man. You said you'd do anything to leave. Well, here's your chance. Sell your body for all I care. But if our investors are displeased, they'll be your head on the chopping block. Got it? Yes, sir. Man, boss man sucks. I should have never said anything. I should have just kept my mouth shut. God! Out of everyone in this goddamn place, why did it have to be me? What did I do to deserve this? Damn it! The more I screamed, the more the uneasy feeling in my chest grew. I wasn't one to cry or get scared often. Ghost stories never scared me too much, or even the dark. Part of me knew I could handle whatever was thrown at me, but despite my attempts to deny it, I was more terrified than I've ever been in my entire life. Sell your body? Am I just a whore to him? Does that drunkard have nothing better to do than mess around with a minor? Last I checked, he has a whole wife and kids. If it was any other normal bar patron, then at least I could just put up with it. What scared me was that I knew that asshole would use his position to do more than just catcall. What am I supposed to do now? I have to put up with him for another month? despite my own apprehensions and, quite frankly, horrific experiences in this place. I knew I couldn't do anything to sway the outcome. I wanted to tell myself to just get over it, but despite my own denial, it wasn't just another assignment for me to complete and forget about. As much as I'd like to just zone everything out, I could still hear him calling my name. Come on! Don't keep me waiting again. I really wanted to knock that smirk off his face. Did you need something, sir? Without any words, I felt his hands by the back of my head, pushing it down slightly so my ear was close enough for him to whisper to me. Don't think I didn't overhear what your boss told you. You were better off keeping your mouth shut, you know? He knew. I won't report any misconducts of yours. If, let's say, you do me a favor, yeah? I don't know what you're implying, sir. Don't act stupid. You know exactly what I'm talking about. There are times in my life where I wonder how people like this can continue living decent lives. But the sad truth is, it all comes down to one thing. Money. He lifted his head back up once more and turned to the rest of the patrons at his table. Seems I've been behind some of my work as of late, so I'll be leaving early. Come on, won't you accompany me? I knew sooner or later what's going to happen. Yes, sir. 1 more month. Just 1 more month. 1 more month. 2 weeks pass by. I can't tell if I'm still holding onto my pride or cash. I was supposed to leave early, doing dumb acrobatic tricks, performing plays, anything else. What am I still doing this for? I'm on! In a loud crowd of patrons, his voice never fails to stand out. Coming, sir. At this point, I'm used to it. It's like he only comes to torment me for his own pleasures and fantasies. I just have to get it over with, like every other time. 1 hour goes by. He's left the place already. I can't bring myself to get used to it. My heart is still pounding. It's ringing in my ears. I need to leave. I can't bring myself to move. My skin felt tainted with his putrid breath. Every word he spoke was like another step dragging me to my demise. It hurts. Should I just quit? But if I quit, then I'll have to go back to that place again. It still hurts. Is it any better than this? I need to leave. I want to leave. I don't want to continue living like this. I don't want to do this anymore. It hurts. I don't know what to. Hey, you. You're Amon, right? Remember those blue streaks? Even now, I can't tell what she's thinking. And? I'm Angelica. We've never met officially before. It's her. Can I help you? We're switching shifts tomorrow. Switching shifts? You get to help little Gal with his training. I'm working at the bar starting tomorrow. What? Did the boss make you? Don't take it. Don't take the offer. Does she not know? I can't let her work here. It'll be hell for her if she does. I can't drag someone down with me. Whatever you do, refuse it. Anything. Just do whatever to make sure you don't have to work here. Calm down. I requested it. Request it? Just don't question it. Go home. The sun's going to set soon, so get back before it gets dark. But did you not hear me? Okay. Why did she switch shifts with me? Does she not know? A million thoughts ran through my mind. I couldn't come up with an answer. But why was she even... I found you. There's a guy from the bar this morning. He reeks of alcohol, and any decent person could tell he wasn't sober. If I ignore him, he'll go away. Probably. That old geezer never lets me have any fun. I'll show him. The hell was he on about? I tried ignoring him and continued walking, but then I felt his hand grab my waist. Where do you think you're going? The hell? Let me go, you old bastard! I tried kicking him off me, but all that did was anger him more. I'm going to have fun with you. I felt my body slam into the bricked wall behind me. He pinned me down. Tried to kick him again, but he just held down my legs. I tried to struggle, but for some reason, drunk people have 10 times more strength than when they're sober. Get off me! Is this really going to happen to me? What in the hell did I do to deserve this? I could feel his disgusting breath on my neck. I just wanted to puke. I finally get to have what I deserve in life. I felt like I couldn't breathe. His hands trailed and snaked around my waist. It was disgusting. Why me? Just... why? It's quiet. The only thing I could make out was the sight of his body, slumped onto the floor, and a dent on his head, with blood trickling down the side. These old fucks really gotta make my life harder. Standing over his body was Angelica, with 2 hands on a bat, bloodied at the end. She was practically panting, out of breath, like she'd ran here. My body was still practically in shock. I felt myself slowly fall down onto the ground as my legs gave out on me. You okay? I wasn't one to cry. Ever. I could handle most things that others couldn't. However, in that moment, I felt like all the bottled emotions I've kept stored up came spilling out. I felt like a kid for once. I think seeing me cry caused her to panic a bit, and I remember her dropping her bat before coming over to check on me. I felt her arms wrap around me in a hug as I continued to sob into her chest. Just breathe. You're okay. I promise you. Everything after was a blur. Breaking news. Board members of the entertainment company were found dead after committing suicide. Alleged claims on file show that after his wife filed for divorce due to his harassment of young employees at his own company, he was distraught after the news hit the public. The young woman has since then sued him and won the case, leaving him and the company bankrupt. In other news, Silos, a new and rising performance company, has recently been gaining thousands of fans and since then partnered with XYYX Co. Their collaboration has allegedly done wonders for Silos, and now they're rising in fame bigger than before. Now on to the weather. God damn, I nearly couldn't continue with that. I nearly could not continue with that. I am completely sorry. Like, for any of you who were, like, deeply affected by that, okay? And if you still managed to get through this, like, thank you. Jesus, I really hope to God that I, like, warned you enough about that, because that wrecked me. That really wrecked me. So, we're just gonna take a moment to reset, okay? Good. Everyone's doing okay? You're doing fine, alright? Right! Current day. Oh. Yeah. I left my good lighter with Angie again. I'll go ask her for another. 20 minutes later. In guilt of your own previous outburst, you were determined to find Amon in order to apologize. However, due to your own negligence, you failed to realize you had zero knowledge about this place until you finally ended up lost in the establishment. Maybe I should have thought of a plan before just running to follow him. So, I must have missed something since I followed him not too long after he had left. As you continued to ponder about his whereabouts, you began to feel your stomach growling in hunger. Forget it, I'll look for him after I get something to eat first. I'm just gonna grab a quick snack and... Oh yeah, I'm lost! 5 minutes passed by and he continued to walk down the long, continuous hallway before spotting a vending machine not too far from your current spot. Food! Almost as if he was starved for weeks, you picked up the pace to the end of the hall as quickly as possible. You could feel your stomach growl more at the slight anticipation of a sweet treat after your long walk. Finally, I'll be able to! From the corner of your eyes, you spot a dark corridor, hiding between the layers of endless storage rooms and lounges. The peculiar sight almost made you forget about your hunger, until you spot a familiar pair of spectacles with the same vermilion locks resting by the side of them. Is that... Amon! He took another puff of the cigarette in his hands, before turning his head away from you. Look, I really didn't mean to upset you before. Despite your words, you stayed silent as you tried to continue speaking. I want to say sorry about what happened before. He didn't say anything, nor move, if only his body still turned away from you. You began to grow more agitated due to him disregarding your presence. You wanted him to say anything in order to ease the tension between the two of you. Can you at least just... You're insufferable, you know that. You came here to apologize for what? You don't even understand why I was upset, so you're not apologizing to make me feel better, but to ease your own guilt. As he spoke, you could only feel the tension growing. He was angry, and he was trying to make it as apparent as possible. I know you had a bad childhood, but hate to break it to you, you're not the only one. You know nothing about who I am, where I'm from, and what I do, so don't you dare assume anything about my own life. I am nothing like those disgusting, filthy pigs. His words stung, but part of him wasn't wrong. You knew that you assumed the type of person he was out of anger, but you didn't expect for him to get as angry as he did. You act like you had it so hard, but at least you had the chance to leave, unlike the rest of us who were left to rot. I get that you're upset with Gao, but you didn't think he had it hard? You get to live in a pampered world compared to the rest of us, so don't act like you know anything. Although you wanted him to let out his anger and frustration before speaking again, you couldn't help but snap back as he continued to dig at your own life. Are you serious right now? Pampered? You've got to be kidding me. You don't know what went on with me and Gao, so don't you dare act like I'm the one at fault. Tell me, if you had the opportunity to escape the life that monster, who I have to deem as my father, created, you wouldn't have taken the opportunity? No matter where I go, I am haunted by his presence, and when I finally went to lay my fear at rest, I met with a dead man. I'm sorry I accused of things that triggered you so, but you have no right to call me pampered when you don't have the faintest idea of what I went through. So be what it may, it wasn't my fault. It was never my fault. So don't act like it is. You both remained quiet for what felt like hours until he spoke again. Oh, that's how we're even doing. This is stupid, and you know it. What? We're arguing about shit that went on, what, years ago? It's ridiculous, don't you think so? We're two idiots with traumatic issues. Clearly, neither of us have worked out yet. And why? Because of this place. From what I'm hearing, we're just arguing about who had it rougher as a kid. It's stupid. Hopefully you calm down a bit after throwing daggers back and forth just a minute ago. Despite it all, you still wanted to apologize properly for once to him. I meant what I said before. I didn't mean to upset you. I was just angry that you told Gao my location despite their circumstances, so I took it out on this situation. He sighed before turning back over to respond. In my own defense, I gave him vague instructions, but he's just good at following them. Anyway, I'm sorry for assuming anything about you. It's whatever at this point. There were a few more moments of silence before he began to speak again. You should probably leave. Wait, what? Calm down, I'm not kicking you out this time or anything like that. It's going to rain soon, so you should leave before it gets too bad out there. Oh yeah, My apartment is pretty far from here, so it'll take a while for me to get back. Can I come back tomorrow? Maybe just to chat for once. Sure, why not? After that, you felt exhausted beyond relief, and you were just happy to be able to reconcile with Amon without any further troubles. For once in these past few hectic days, your day ended not as bad as you thought it would. Despite the mysteries of your findings today, you were content. All that was left was the sweet comfort of your bed, awaiting your arrival at the end of each day. Huh! So... maybe I'll just wait for the rain to get better. I will tell you to do just that, but the forecast said it's going to rain till morning. Oh man, I just want to get food and go home. Your hunger only grew once you realized you were stuck in a building with no way home. You both sat and thought about how to get you home before Amon came up with a suggestion. Oh, I know. We have a vacant room upstairs for you to stay the night if you'd like. If you're hungry, we could probably get you something to eat in the back. Really? I do have to mention that the room was one of Gao's a while back. He stopped taking rest stops there after... After what? It doesn't really matter all that much. You were confused by his statement but didn't question it any further. I honestly couldn't care less as long as I get food. Great. Amon proceeds to pull a small card from his pocket and hand it to you. Just go up the stairs and go to room 223. If you forget, the room's number is on the back too. Anyways, for food. How does the club sandwich sound? Delicious. Okay then, I'll be right back. You took some time to eat with Amon and chat about small things. You both knew that the topic of your father, his boss, should have come up, but you felt it was a topic for another time. As the night followed, you got to know Amon a bit more before heading to your room for the night. As you entered the room, you felt your exhaustion finally kick in. With one good leap, you landed on top of the soft mattress, burying your face into the silky throw pillows. Never thought a club sandwich would taste so good. Until today, that is. Hunger really does do things to people. I wonder if that's how cannibalism starts in books. Will people do that if they got stranded on a deserted island? It would probably taste gross regardless. After losing yourself in your own thoughts for a bit, you finally start to drift off. The soft lighting from the room, along with the sounds of the city, lulled you into a deep sleep. 1:25 a.m. Oh, how I missed you so. You sleep so peacefully, yet you scowl at even the slight mention of me. How I wish I could turn back time and prevent that wretched man from ever hurting you. I won't mess it up this time. Not again. I'll even leave a parting gift for you. He'll keep you company while I'm away. Just like when we were young. I'll make you forget it all ever happened, and we can be happy together again. You'll finally be safe again. I won't let you go. Not like last time. Not ever again. I should really decide on a voice for Gao. 9:28 a.m. Where's my keys? And... You've got to be kidding me. Oh. Ooh, that was good. That was so good. Anyway, that was Circle of Stars. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this for yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. This was hella freaking promising. I enjoyed the story. I didn't even realize that we actually went on for this long. I've been recording for about 2+ hours. I'm not sure how long the video is actually running for, but god damn, I'm really excited to see where the story goes and what else this developer comes up with in the future. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. And as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.